Since 2020, over 200 products on Australian supermarket shelves have been quietly reformulated. Olive oil was swapped for canola. Cocoa butter was replaced with vegetable fat. Vanilla extract was dropped for synthetic vanillin. The packaging barely changed. The price did not drop. And under current law, no one had to tell you. What you are buying at the supermarket is not what it was 5 years ago, and the trail begins on the back of the label. A bottle of salad dressing picked up in 2019 listed extra virgin olive oil as its first ingredient. By 2023, the same product, same brand, same packaging quietly switched to a blend of canola and sunflower oils, with olive oil pushed down the list. The change shaved about 40% off the olive oil content, but the front label still read olive oil blend. For shoppers glancing at the shelf, nothing seemed different. Only the ingredient panel told the real story. Chocolate bars offer a similar pattern. In 2019, a standard block listed cocoa butter at 28%. 4 years later, the same bar replaced a third of that cocoa butter with a palm-based vegetable fat blend. The cocoa percentage dropped from 70 to 62. The texture and melting point shifted, but the packaging kept the familiar colours and branding. No announcement was made, and the price stayed put. Cocoa remained on the label, even as the recipe changed. In the baking aisle, generic cake mixes once advertised real vanilla extract. By 2022, the ingredient line had changed to vanillin, artificial flavour, with no front of pack notice. The switch from natural to synthetic flavour cut costs, but left most shoppers none the wiser. Only a careful comparison of ingredient lists reveals the substitution. Vanillin replaced natural vanilla without fanfare. Ready-made tomato sauces have also changed. A leading brand replaced locally sourced fresh tomatoes with imported tomato paste concentrate from Italy. The label now reads tomato paste, imported, but the front panel still features Australian branding. The taste profile remains similar, yet the sourcing and ingredient quality have shifted beneath the surface. Imported ingredients were introduced without prominent disclosure. These 4 cases are not isolated. According to Choice Australia's reformulation tracker, more than 200 products have undergone similar changes since 2020. Each swap is small on its own, but together they form a pattern, one that plays out quietly, ingredient by ingredient, across the supermarket shelf. Australian food labelling rules, set by Food Standards Australia New Zealand, require that any recipe change be reflected in the ingredient list and nutrition panel. But there is no obligation for a front label warning or a visible new recipe icon when a manufacturer swaps out a key ingredient or changes sourcing. The only legal requirement is that the back panel be accurate at the time of sale. For most shoppers who rely on habitual buying and the familiar look of a product, these changes remain hidden in plain sight. This regulatory gap allows manufacturers to quietly reformulate products while keeping the front of the pack unchanged. The economic incentive is clear. Internal procurement teams, according to statements from the Healthy Food Partnership, routinely negotiate bulk contracts for cheaper overseas concentrates, sweeteners, and oils. Swapping Australian-sourced ingredients for imported alternatives can reduce per-unit costs by 10 to 30%. These savings are locked in at the contract level, often covering hundreds of thousands of units per SKU. Because disclosure is only mandatory on the ingredient panel, there is no public notice when a premium ingredient is replaced or a recipe is altered to cut costs. The result is a system where cost-saving measures are largely invisible to the consumer, but highly profitable for manufacturers and retailers. This quiet efficiency, sanctioned by current labelling codes, is what makes the wave of ingredient downgrades and sourcing shifts so difficult for the public to detect. It is in this environment that more aggressive tactics, like shrinking pack sizes and retooling value claims, find fertile ground. A bag of potato chips that once weighed 200 grams in 2019 now sits at 170 grams, yet the price tag remains unchanged. The packaging is nearly identical, same colors, same branding, but the fill line sits lower and the air gap is larger. In the cereal aisle, a popular breakfast box that used to offer 500 grams quietly dropped to 420 grams. The serving size on the back panel shrank from 30 grams to 28 grams, while the front still boasts whole grain goodness. Ice cream tubs, once labelled as 2 litres, now hold just 1.4 litres, their bases indented to keep the shelf profile familiar. According to Choice Australia's 2024 audit, the average net weight of packaged foods has fallen by 12% over 5 years, while the average price has climbed by 18%. For the average household, this means paying more for less, often without noticing. These changes, repeated across hundreds of products, add up to a substantial loss in real value, hidden behind near-invisible adjustments to pack sizes and serving counts. Private label products now account for more than 30% of grocery sales in Australia, a share that has steadily increased over the past 5 years. Supermarkets like Coles, Woolworths, and Aldi use their own brands to capture a much larger slice of profit, with internal reports showing margins 20 to 40% higher than on comparable branded goods. This advantage comes from direct control over sourcing, recipe specification, and pricing. When a supermarket commissions a home brand chocolate bar, for instance, it can order a lower cocoa percentage and substitute cheaper vegetable fats, all while keeping the retail price attractive and the packaging familiar. Panna Chocolate, an independent Australian chocolatier, lost 15% of its shelf facings at major chains between 2020 and 2024, as supermarkets expanded their own label chocolate delight range. In the same period, Panna's turnover fell by 10%. The shift wasn't flagged to shoppers. Only the arrangement of products on the shelf changed, and the new private label bars appeared in similar wrappers at a lower price point. For small producers, this means tighter margins and less visibility. For consumers, it means more products engineered for retailer profit, often at the expense of ingredient quality and transparency. The economic logic behind these changes drives the ongoing, mostly invisible transformation of what ends up in the shopping basket. A tub of yogurt sitting on the dairy shelf might carry a bold 4-star health star rating. Yet, a closer look at the nutrition panel reveals over 15 grams of sugar per 100 grams. This is not an isolated case. In Choice's 2024 audit, dozens of products, flavoured yogurts, muesli bars, even some breakfast cereals, earned high-star ratings despite sugar and processed oil levels that would surprise most shoppers. The explanation lies in the Health Star algorithm itself. By adding a few grams of protein or fibre, manufacturers can offset the negative impact of sugar or saturated fat, lifting a product's score above the 4-star threshold. These tweaks often cost little and require no real overhaul of the recipe. Meanwhile, the decision to display the Health Star is voluntary. Products that score well are far more likely to feature the label, while those with poor ratings simply omit it. The result is a shelf that appears healthier than it actually is, with the stars hiding as much as they reveal. For consumers, the Health Star can become a shortcut that bypasses careful scrutiny, masking the true nutritional profile behind a reassuring front of pack symbol. A jar of garlic sauce on the shelf might wear an unmistakable Australian logo, but a closer look at the ingredient panel reveals the garlic itself is sourced from China. Tomato paste in a familiar pizza sauce labelled and made in Australia from local and imported ingredients lists its concentrate as coming from Italy. Fruit juice concentrate in breakfast bars often traces back to Brazil, even as the packaging leans heavily on Australian branding. The ingredient panel is the only place these origins are disclosed, often in small print, while the front label remains silent. The Australian Food Sovereignty Alliance warns that this reliance on imported core ingredients exposes the entire food supply to sudden shocks, currency swings, trade disputes, or global logistics crises. Their 2023 report states, Australia's dependence on overseas raw materials leaves the nation exposed to geopolitical tensions and price volatility. For most shoppers, the gap between the branding and the true provenance of what is inside the pack remains hidden, quietly shaping the risks that flow through the supermarket supply chain. Simple habits can help shoppers regain control. Start by reading the ingredient panel and net weight on every purchase, even familiar brands. Compare the price per 100 grams or per litre, not just the shelf price, to spot hidden size reductions. Look for Product of Australia labels, rather than Made in Australia, from local and imported ingredients, to support local sourcing. Treat health star ratings as a prompt to check the full nutrition panel, especially for sugar and refined oils. Report unclear or misleading labels to the ACCC using their online complaint form. Beyond the checkout, 6 policy changes could make a lasting difference. Mandatory recipe changed icons, larger net weight print, clear local versus imported ingredient percentages, a reformed and compulsory health star rating, stronger ACCC powers over misleading size changes, and shelf space quotas for independent Australian producers. These steps would bring transparency back to the supermarket aisle. Quiet changes still reshape the food on every supermarket shelf. Ingredient swaps and shrinking packs remain legal and largely invisible under current regulation. For Australian shoppers, trust now demands vigilance. The true cost of convenience is paid in silence, one unnoticed reformulation at a time. Share your experience in the comments below.